Hey guys, how you doing? This is Steven here with Keller Williams Realty, and I am doing another local business spotlight in Riverdale. Today we have the Brilliant Minds Learning Center located on Mosholu Avenue, and I'm going to just jump right into it. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Good morning, my name is Dr. Caterina Di Tilio, and I'm the founder of Brilliant Minds Learning Center here in Riverdale.
Perfect, perfect. And what is your role here?
I am the director, academic director, as well as everything else.
You wear many hats, I imagine.
Many hats.
So can you tell me a little bit about the business?
Sure. So Brilliant Minds Learning Center is a place where children can come and do their remote work during the days that they're supposed to be home. And as well as we do enrichment activities after they're done with their remote work. We do science lessons, we do music and film lessons. They've actually just created a documentary about Riverdale.
Really?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. And how long have you been open?
Just barely 2 months.
Really?
Yes.
What was the opening day? What was it?
September. No, it was the beginning of September.
Awesome.
When right after schools opened, we opened.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how's business going so far?
Well, we've had what I would call a soft opening, which is actually good because it kind of gives you the opportunity to iron out some kinks, if there are any. I do need more students. We're not at capacity yet.
What is capacity here? How many students are
Well,
able to
according
do?
to the Department of Health, which they came to inspect and they gave me the green light to
Oh,
go.
that's good. Okay.
I can actually house 39 students.
Really?
However, I'm not shooting for that number. It would be over capacity for me.
Are you dictated by the same guidelines as like 25% occupancy or?
So, well, actually, because this business is school-age children center, it is not a daycare. We are guided by the Department of Health, and so it's about CDC distancing, how many bathrooms you have.
Okay.
It's actually how much square footage you have. That's how they figure how many children I can have.
And right before we started shooting, you took me for a little walkthrough of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit more about like the different sort of environments that you've created for the students?
So I believe it's really a beautiful place. Where we're sitting right now, we call this the Zen Room.
Zen Room.
Yes,
Okay.
the Zen Room. So if any of our staff or student needs a meta moment, this is where they come. This is where I interview the teachers, possible hires, parents. This is just I feel the most beautiful space room in the space. But we do have, as you notice, we have 2 large spaces. They're connected yet they're separate. We have 2 beautiful bathrooms. We have separate spaces where children, if they feel that they want to work alone,
By themselves.
by themselves, they can do that. And we do have on the other side what I call the sunroom, which is basically,
Okay.
which is basically where the younger children go and play, where they build, where we have building materials, but we have tactile materials for them to use while they're off the computers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned younger child. So what age groups do you actually focus on?
Well, we focus on all of them.
Okay.
Yes, we start with kindergarten. We don't take anybody younger than kindergarten.
Okay.
Up to 8th grade.
Okay, so pretty much from kindergarten through 8th grade. Okay. And what age groups? Is that?
5 years old to about 12 years old.
Okay, cool. That's a pretty wide range of
Yes.
of children.
Yes.
And you personally, so like what gives you like have you done any training for this, or how did you come into saying I'm gonna open up a learning center?
What would you think about 30 years worth of training? So I've been in education. I have a doctorate degree in education. I worked for the Department of Education in New York City for the last 30 years. I am recently retired. So I've supported, I was a teacher, principal, district level person. So I feel that I've done the work, the academic work. The business end, it was my brainchild during COVID. We were stuck at home. And I thought about the parents with children who had to do their work, in addition to supporting the children to do their work. Must have been challenging, so I came up with the idea, started looking for beautiful places in Riverdale.
So 30 years in education.
30 years.
You have you're technically a doctor, correct? Dr. Cat.
Yeah.
You have a PhD
Yes.
in education.
In education, and the focus of my work was urban leadership. So it's really apropos.
Perfect, New York City.
Yeah, New York City.
You were a principal.
Yes.
You were a teacher.
Yes.
You said that you worked on the state level also.
In district level.
District level, okay.
Yes, supporting all the schools in the Bronx.
You know, it's funny because I had mentioned to you before that my mom was a teacher as well,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have a very soft spot towards what teachers do. And you know, you see all these articles about how teachers are underpaid, and I agree wholeheartedly.
Totally true.
I mean, you know, people like you that dedicated their lives and their careers to helping young children. If you actually sat down and thought about all the kids that you've actually helped and shaped their minds, I mean, everybody always remembers their favorite teacher. Everybody remembers their, you know, that principal that was actually cool with them.
It's interesting that you're saying that, Steve. Sorry to jump on your words.
Okay.
However, through Facebook, I got a friendship request, and it was from a student that whom I taught in 3rd grade many years ago. So
Doesn't
yes,
that feel good to see them like?
Yes. So I'm inspired by children. You know, I love to be in the company of children.
You know, and I feel like it's important for you to love what you do.
Yes.
And you obviously, you were in education for 30 years and now you're opening up a business. So you're taking such a huge risk going into a world that you were very familiar with, but very unfamiliar with.
That's true. The business end, I wasn't familiar with. However, you know, I own quite a few properties, real estate properties. So I have managed, you know, money and people. But my love and my passion is education.
God bless.
So
That's awesome.
yeah.
So I'm sure you're not doing this alone. So like, do you have other teachers here? Do you have other staff here? And what's the hiring process like?
Yes. So so I do have 2 other teachers with me. Actually, I have 3 other teachers with me. One is certified teacher. She has a special ed license. I do have a college student who is majoring in marketing. He's the artist, he's the art teacher, and I do have another teacher who's teaching filmmaking. In fact, we just finished a documentary about Riverdale. Yes, and
okay.
music and filmmaking.
And what's the process like? So like for the parents that are watching this, what do you do? Like, do you do a background check? How do you make sure that you vet them?
So Steve, I'm a parent,
Okay.
and the most important thing for me, when it comes to my children, is their safety, right? So I do only one-on-one interviews. They send me their resume. I did put out a post on Indeed, and I know there was a lot of traction. I did receive a lot of resumes. I skimmed through. I read through them, and then I interviewed the people that I thought would be a good fit.
Okay.
And for me, and I do background checks.
Good. Very important.
I call their references. So it's critically important for me that the children are here safely learning. Safety and learning.
And how often are you here?
Oh, I'm here every day.
So you're monitoring
5 days a week from 6:30 in the morning till 5:30, 6 o'clock at night until every student's picked up. And sometimes on Saturdays when I come and feed the fish, we have a beautiful fish tank in the front. I'm sure you noticed walking in. So this is my life right now. I'm here dedicating every moment of my life right now.
Wonderful. So let me ask you a question. Why would somebody send their child here? Like, so this is not a daycare. Am I correct?
It is absolutely not a daycare.
Not a daycare. I want to
We
make
are
sure that
not
we
a
express
daycare.
that.
This is a school-age learning center. So normally, and I'm not speaking about anybody in particular, but normally daycares, are places, centers where you drop off your child and they play and they may be doing some learning through hands-on activities. I'm not sure, I don't have a child in daycare right now, but excuse me, this is kind of a novel way to service, to offer a need to the children. And it came out of COVID. It came out of the necessity for children to be with other children. Children sitting at home in front of a computer with a mother or father working alongside, it's really difficult. There is no social interaction going on with other children. Conflict resolution, I think it's a big developmental need for children to be with other children to resolve problems. So this is a learning center where they learn academically and they learn socially.
Perfect. Okay. So a daycare, normally you send your child there and they kind of, it's all about the fun and kind of just watching the kid. Here, if a parent wanted their child to get the best of both worlds, where they're actually learning all day long, and they're able to expand their mind with the arts. You said you have filmmaking, you have an art class.
Yes, so my philosophy is that we have different parts of the brain and we learn different things at different times using different parts of the brain. So academic learning, reading and math and social studies, that kind of thing, that's controlled by one part of the brain. But we also need to tap into the other parts of the brain. So art, music, drama, we have a drama club, we have a technology club. Those things are learned through the different parts of other parts of the brain. So for me, it's a holistic approach to learning. I believe in constructivism. I believe in constructivistic approach to learning. So you need to do all those other things. It's rigorous.
Yeah.
We do, play games, but they are learning games. We do science experiments here. So it is a wraparound learning center.
That's awesome.
Shut it off.
So what I'd like to do, Dr. Kat, we got a ton of great information here, so I just kind of like to round out the interview with a little bit of fun.
Okay.
So I got some quick questions
Fun
for
is
you.
good.
So who is your favorite superhero?
I want to say Wonder Woman, but me, I'm my own superhero.
Wow. Okay. What is your favorite food?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay. So if you could only teach one subject for the rest of your life, what would that subject be?
ELA.
ELA.
Reading and writing.
Reading and writing. Why is that?
Because I'm a reader and I'm a writer, and I feel that kids can writing is the most concrete way for kids to express themselves. So you can distill a lot of what the kids need through the writing. And if they can't read, they can write. So they're into
That makes perfect sense. Okay, so how can people find out more about Brilliant Minds, and if they wanted to send their child here, where do they find
Well,
you?
we do have a Facebook page. We do have an Instagram a page. And I know you, Steve, you're going to promote and put it everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So what I'll do is I'll make sure that I put links to all your stuff in
And
the
my
video.
website. We do have a website.
So I'll make sure I put your Instagram, your Facebook,
Thank you.
and your website on there, and try to send as much business as possible.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. This is literally like a diamond in the rough. I didn't even know that you guys were here. I'm so glad that I was able to actually come here and learn a lot more about what you do here. And I'll be stopping by and helping you out in any way that I possibly can.
And I truly appreciate you coming by. I think that you helped me kind of tweak some of my thinking and also clarify some points. But also you inspire me now to do a couple of things like the vlog. I'll be doing a daily vlog.
Good. Good.
So thank you so
Well,
much.
good.
for
Everybody,
your time.
check out for her daily vlog, where she kind of gives you some tips on how to deal with children. I mean, she is a doctor, by the way, so she'll be able to tell you guys some good advice.
But I'm not the doctor of hers. I don't give shots. Just doctor of education.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Take care, folks.
Ciao.